Chapter 10 of Leviticus presents a stark contrast to the previous chapter's focus on the proper establishment and consecration of the priesthood. It recounts the tragic tale of Nadab and Abihu, two of Aaron's sons, who offer unauthorized fire before the Lord, which he had not commanded them. This chapter serves as a somber reminder of the holiness of God and the importance of approaching him on his terms. The chapter opens with the sudden and shocking death of Nadab and Abihu, who take their censers, put fire in them, and add incense. They offer this strange fire before the Lord, an act of grave irreverence. Fire comes out from the presence of the Lord and consumes them, resulting in their immediate death. This severe punishment reflects the seriousness with which God views the sanctity of the sacrificial system and the need for his specific commands to be followed without deviation. Moses reminds Aaron that those who approach the Lord must regard him as holy and honor him before all the people. Aaron's silent response to the death of his sons is profound, indicating his submission to God's judgment despite his personal loss. The chapter continues with Moses instructing Aaron and his remaining sons, Eleazar and Ithamar, not to mourn in the usual way, lest they incur God's wrath upon the whole community. This directive underscores the unique position of the priesthood and their role in maintaining ritual purity, even in the face of personal tragedy. Further, Moses outlines specific laws about the priestly consumption of the offerings. When Moses discovers that the sin offering has been burnt up rather than eaten in the sanctuary area, he is angry with Eleazar and Ithamar. However, Aaron's explanation that given the day's events, it would have been improper to eat the sin offering, seems to satisfy Moses. This interaction highlights the complex nature of the sacrificial system, where understanding God's will is paramount, and even in times of distress, the priests must discern the proper course of action. Leviticus chapter 10 is a chapter of contrasts and lessons. It juxtaposes the glory of God's presence with the tragedy of Nadab and Abihu's death, teaching a lesson on the consequences of unauthorized worship. The incident emphasizes the necessity for reverence in God's service and the significance of obeying his commandments. It's a narrative that underlines the gravity of the priesthood's responsibilities and the profound respect with which the sacred duties are to be carried out. The deaths of Nadab and Abihu serve as a warning to all who serve in the Lord's presence that God's holiness is not to be taken lightly.